it's Jen from Fabulous Paper Emporium, and welcome to my channel. It has come to my attention that the post that I put about the giveaway, well, is really not accessible. So I apologize for that. And so that's why I'm doing this video. So the video is partly to do with the giveaway, and partly I wanted to show the final product of kind of what we were doing yesterday, which was playing around with our BetterPress system. So this is the Spellbinders BetterPress LetterPress System, and it's to use in conjunction with either your Big Shot, your Platinum 6, other such die cut machines. It does not work with the Gemini from what I understand. I don't have a Gemini, but that is my understanding from feedback and information I've received. So as part of the giveaway, I will be giving away the actual system, and this comes with a little black ink like this. This is what the ink pads look like for this system. And you will get a plate, which is this beautiful floral, and you'll have two versions of the sentiment. So to my favorite person, you'll have the American spelling of favorite, Favorite, and the Canadian or English way. Not that you don't speak English in the US, but anyways, with favorite spelled with the Ourite. So we've got both of those sentiments. You obviously get the actual platform, which has the top plate, the magnetized plate, couple of shims, or 3 shims to be precise, underneath that. You will also get some cardstock with it, which comes in the bisque, porcelain, and pebble. And I will also throw in another pack. There's 25 A2 panels. So that's a panel that's 5.5 by 4.25. So there's 25 of the cotton card panels in here. So that will be included. You will get an additional set of the inks, which come in Bark, Mulberry, Cosmic Sky, and another black, as well as one set of cutting plates that's called I think Handmade for You. So this is what that one looks like. So Handmade for You, I'm glad there is you. Have a wonderful day. Friendship warms the soul. And then these 3 images. So the scissors, the hummingbird, and the hand with the flower, which also have the accompanying dies. And then we'll have also this beautiful butterfly one, Butterfly Swirl, which the sentiment is so happy for you. And the sentiment, as well as all the butterflies, have the accompanying die. So all of this, which comes to about $225 retail. If the winner of the giveaway does not want this, maybe they don't have a die cut machine, maybe this is just not something that interests them, that is totally fine. I will give you a $200 store credit so that you can use it to buy whatever we have on for sale on online, at our online store, is what I meant to say. So that is it. In order for you to enter, all I need is for you to subscribe and put a comment down below. Any comment, any feedback, anything will enter you into this giveaway. I will be doing the draw on July 1st, which is Canada Day, so that gives you plenty of time to register or enter. The draw is open to Canadian and friends in the contiguous US. Unfortunately, shipping outside is pretty costly, so the shipping to the US would be at the winner's expense. unfortunately. And obviously, if you're Canadian, it gets shipped to you no problem. And I think that's it. But if there is anything, read the description box below, and just if I've forgotten anything, it'll be there. So anyhow, so this is the prize for our reaching our 1,000 subscribers, which happened a few weeks ago. So I am forever blessed and grateful for all the love and support. So we played around with the BetterPress system yesterday as I unboxed it, and boy oh boy, I'm very, very happy about, you know, what happens. So the original, not the original, but the set that you actually get, I actually have it on the platform. So the set that you get is this beautiful floral. Let me pull that off. So that's the floral that you get. And then, like I said, you get the sentiment, to my favorite person. I haven't used the American spelling, so it's still on the card. But this is how it turned out. So to my favorite person, I just colored all of this in with my alcohol inks. And the one thing I will let you know is you have to be very careful with your alcohol inks. Because of the type of cardstock, the alcohol inks will have a tendency to bleed. And you can kind of see up here a little bit, really didn't stay in the lines. I got too close to the line and it kind of bled outside. It does, because of the system, there is like a bit of a textural element to it. It's not that when you do embossing with the powder, obviously there's a raised element. This is like it's debossed, I guess, would be the opposite of that. So anyway, so that would just be something that I would make mention of. But the ink is as close to the archival inks as you can get. So I haven't tested out the archival inks, but my understanding is that you could possibly use those as well. I've stuck to the BetterPress Black, which is what came with the system. So this is how I ended up kind of coloring in the florals. And I also played with the butterflies, and this is the little card that I did with the butterflies. So just kind of went from red to like a paler red, orange, yellows, some blues and purples, and just whipped together this little card. So because the card panels, the cardstock panels that you get with it, are already cut to an A2, there's two options that you have when making cards. Is you can trim this down before you start doing anything. Trim it down if you are wanting to use it as a front panel, or if you're not wanting to add any layers, then you can forego trimming it and just use it as the front panel for your card. So now I have a really beautiful card. I popped some of the butterflies up on dimensionals, and if you can see, or some foam tape, and if you can see, I also did another, I ran this pattern through twice on two different pieces of cardstock. One piece I actually did the coloring on. The next piece I ran through and just have it as the background. So it kind of allowed me to do the proper layering so that when I came to do the pattern, I wasn't kind of guessing. And it also gives a nice effect, a nice kind of like a shadow effect. So that is the card that I made. I did have a suggestion or question. And so this morning I was playing a little bit more, and I played with some other cardstock. So aside from, because I'm sure that's a question that will come up. I just dropped something. Bear with me one sec. Okay, so the question that I had was, could you, like, well, how would it look like without ink? So I only had the one that I had not yet inked up, which was the Handmade for You. And I really don't know if you can see that at all. It is so very subtle. The impression is there. Let me just, give me 1 second. So if I move this out of the way, I think one of the ways I can actually show that it's there. So it gives, like I said, a very subtle kind of look to that. So I'm just going to use my vintage photo. And if I come over, sorry, I really should sit down and do this. It will kind of make the lettering pop a bit more. Hopefully you can actually see it now. Give me 1 second. Could have chosen a different color, I suppose. However, it's what I have on my desk. It's kind of that go-to, right? So it can be used, but like I said, the impression is very, very subtle. So but if that's what you're going for, maybe the sentiment is at the back of the card. Maybe one of these images is on the back side. I'm not entirely sure, but anyhow, you can see it's still quite subtle there as well. But the Handmade for You is right there. I'm glad there is you. I've got the little scissors. Have a wonderful day. Friendship warms the soul. And then I have the hummingbird and the hand with the flowers. So this is not on the cotton cardstock. I should mention that as well. This is on just a regular 110 pound cardstock, because by playing around, I kind of wanted to experiment with other paper types. So if that question came up, I could easily answer it. What I did really like, okay, while we're on the topic, sorry, that's my dog outside. So with the 65 pound cardstock, I'm just going to close the door or close the window. So with a 65 pound without any ink, the impression was very, very minimal. So I don't think a 65 pound would work because I had all the shims in. So there really is nothing else to add to make that impression work a little bit better. But what I did really like is I had not cleaned that floral from yesterday. So it was sitting overnight, and this was the impression that I got this morning. And it just is that subtle gray. It is a lot less, obviously it's a lot less dark. You can't really see here, but you can see really the kind of the detailing right here is much more subtle. So if you wanted to use this with maybe some very pale pencil crayons, maybe that would work really nicely. And then I ran it through again and got a slightly lighter impression. Only this time I find that the color, like the ink in some areas, is far lighter. You don't have a very consistent inking, obviously. So anyway, so I just wanted to come back and show you some of the experimentation that has been going on with the BetterPress system. And yeah, like I said yesterday, if you have any questions, if you're interested in purchasing it, if you want to reach out, I'm more than happy to help you out with your questions. I will answer them to the best of my ability. And if I can't find out If I don't know for you, sorry, I will find out for you. And if it means that we do another one of these little videos to show what's what, then I'm more than happy to do that. So, like I said, if you have any questions, you can post them below. If you would like to, if you post them below, you're also going to be entered into our giveaway, which will be on July 1st. But yeah, if you have anything, feedback, questions, whatever, I'm more than happy to help you out. So thanks again for watching. Thanks for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, I would really appreciate it if you would consider doing so. If you like it, give me a big thumbs up. If not, then thumbs down it is. Then that is all good. So thanks again for joining me today. Hopefully you have learned something or inspired by some of the creations that you've seen. And I look forward to seeing you again next time. Thank you. Have a fabulous rest of your day and stay safe and well. Bye.